We bought this with money we borrowed from the bank, right? And then we couldn't sell it. But because we'd developed it and done everything we needed to do, we had to sell it. Otherwise, we're just going to say, we either had to sell it or use the equity in it. And because of where the property market was, there wasn't a lot of equity in it. So it wasn't worth using the equity in it because we weren't going to get it. So what we did was sold it on owner finance. We own the property, it's in our name, and then we sold it to the buyer coming in.
So that's different to vendor finance?
Well, that is vendors finance. That's what we're the vendors, and we're financing the buyers coming into the property. Okay? There isn't a lot. It just depends. To get the people in this, I think our interest rate is about, what's on that now? It's about 6.7, and we gave them a honeymoon rate of 5.9% for the first year because they were a young couple to help them in the property. It's better than the banks. Normally, it's for low doc loans. Our rates are cheaper than low doc loans, but they're not as cheap as full doc loans. And it just depends on the property. We have one property up in Petrie that the owner, I don't know where he borrowed the money, he's paying 11% on it. And so we pay 11% on his loan. The only thing is his property's worth $300,000 and he's only got a $140,000 loan on it, but he's paying 11% on that. So when you work the maths out, you can afford to pass it on to the buyer for whatever we are, 8% or whatever it is, because it's only a portion of the property price, not the whole property price. All right?
Do these people that are buying it pay you a deposit?
Very nominal. Normally the people coming into these kind of properties, they don't have a lot of savings, hence they can't get a bank loan. On average, we get about $5,000 deposit.
You get that for each year?
That is given to us, and that is given to us, and we use that as a buffer in case they do a runner or in case they kick the walls in or whatever they're going to do. We also have tenant insurance as well.
Do you have a contract with them for that 36 months, like a settlement contract?
We have an option agreement with them, and part of that option agreement has an REIQ contract on the back of it, but it's not dated.
Right. So you sell them at a price today, they can pay in 3 years.
In 3 years' time. So that's the benefit to them. Well, there's many. They don't need to have a big deposit, which nobody has. They lock the price in today, so in 3 years' time that price will be what that price is.
So they can do the renovation, spend their own money, improving it,
yes,
with the knowledge that if they can afford it in 36 months' time, the money goes to them, it's not wasted.
That's exactly right. And if they can't, they can sell it before they get to the 36 months, and then they can profit the difference. So if these people sold that property for $650,000, well, they can just give us a change. Yeah. I have buyers coming out of the woodwork. It's really, okay, statistics, and John, you're the bank person, heard today 71% of people who are eligible to get a bank loan in today's world can't get a bank loan. 71%. Right? We just had one of our Carrara properties. The marriage is splitting up, so they don't want the property anymore. They've been in there 12 months. They spent $20,000 on the property, fixing it up. They've done all coping, things that they can't take with them, like they've got sandstone coping around the pool, and they've got pebblecrete all throughout the pool. And he said, I don't want this anymore. The wife wants to go back to New Zealand. He just doesn't want it. He can't afford it. So they're just going to walk away from it. And we advertised it this week, and I've got 2 very keen buyers coming out tomorrow to put some money down. So,
where do you advertise to get that?
Where do I advertise? Have you seen those crummy, they're the crummiest signs on the planet that says owner finance, and they're really awful. And they're totally, like, I mean, you know, you shouldn't put them up. It's so wrong. But we put them up, and within a week we sold the property. And that's why we keep doing it. No one works for council here.
You put them on the property.
No, we don't put them on the property. We put them on the side of the road. And it says things...
Oh, right.
Yeah, with capes on. And look, we have tried all sorts of other advertising, mainstream advertising, paid advertising in the paper, and nothing works like a sign saying, own your own property, you know, $650 a week, owner will finance. It's so attractive because 71% of people have been to John and they've gone, the bank says no. So it's so attractive. Right, where are we going now?
So if they walk away with their option to use the property left for any improvement.
Yeah, that's right. And this guy, 20 grand he's put into it, and he's walking away. I don't want to do this anymore. And I said, okay, well that's fair enough. But you know, you've got, you know, new pool pump, new pool, you know, so much new stuff in the thing. Okay.
So do you design your own contract with them? Your own option?
We have legal people who do that. However, we've paid tens of thousands of dollars in contracts, and we've modified as we've gone along to suit our needs and other people's needs.
It's way in your favour?
No, it's saying what happens if I die, what happens if you die, what happens if the buyer dies, what happens if somebody goes bankrupt, like all the what ifs that could possibly go wrong over the...
Come back to us and say they want to make modifications
So, yeah. It's not one-sided. The buyer takes it to their solicitor says whatever they want. And then if it's fair and reasonable, that's fine.
So your main criteria is you look at the ability to repay?
At the end of the day, they have to have a strategy. Are they going to buy it, or are they going to renovate it and sell it before they get there? Right? They have to have, like we work same as real estate agents, they have to have about 33% of their income has to go to the payment of the rent. So if they, I'll come back to